Today I wanted to talk about another little project I'm taking on, sort of a shady area that not much had grown in. Basically, it was a lawn that didn't have much grass in it because it was so shady, and I've been moving some natives in there and trying something new. So take a look. So what I've worked on here is this area, as I said, had very little growing in it, and in fact, whenever I had heavy rains, the water would wash down and wash all the leaves and all out and away instead of leaving it under the tree for mulch. But since I've done this planting, it's held on to all the mulch and leaves, and that's helped keep the weeds down. But what we're looking at here and under this large live oak is in the background, those are southern shield ferns, and which actually sprouted up elsewhere on the property, and I plucked a couple of little ones and stuck them in. They've grown really nicely. They're evergreen and get fairly large. That's close to 2.5 to 3 feet tall in some spots, but have them as kind of a backdrop. And then the other thing which I harvested around the property were 2 different sedges. The one in the back here, the largest grouping, a little bit more narrow leaf, but again evergreen, and you can see how they've really filled in nicely, and a nice soft texture. And then this different one up front, it has a coarser leaf and has a little bit of curl to it, and it's kind of a bluer green, I guess, a little bit, and has also done well. Not quite as fast growing, but I think a pretty attractive texture. I like the leaf on that. These can easily be divided, these clumps, and they need dividing now. They do much of their growing in the cooler part of the year, in the late winter, early spring. Do a lot of growing, and then set some little seed heads. Nothing terribly showy, but enough to where birds and things would eat the little seeds. But anyway, very, very attractive, I think. Can be used instead of something like a liriope or monkey grass that a lot of times people would use as a ground cover in shady areas. But anyway, something worth experimenting with. Shady ground cover, evergreen, and very low maintenance, particularly with all the leaf mulch and all around it. The weeds don't come up between them, so I haven't had to do much weeding at all with this. But I think it turned out really well. So shady ground cover mass planting, sedges and southern shield fern.